Welcome back again to Miss Winship video series. This is lesson 3 for chapter 2, section 4. We're going to continue with variables on both sides. All right, first example, go ahead and write it down. And we are going to follow our DCLNS. My phone's ringing. And the bell rang. All right, combine like terms, 2C and 1C is 3C plus 7. And on the right-hand side, we have negative 14 and positive 21, which is also 7 plus 3C. If I take my letters to the left, I'm going to subtract 3C from both sides. I'm left with 7 equals 7. Since this is an identity, that means that both sides are equal to the same thing and every number in the whole wide world will work. We can write it out like this, all real numbers. Next problem. Go ahead and write it out again. We're going to start with D, which is distribute. Well, it doesn't want to write right there. Lovely. Let's try it over here. D, distribute. Negative 5 minus 7 minus 3F is equal to negative F. Make sure you're distributing a negative. That will be negative 2F, and then negative 2 times 6 is minus 12. C stands for combine like terms. The negative 5 and negative 7 are both constants. That adds up to negative 12 minus 3F. On the right-hand side, our like terms is 1F. Take away, that's negative 1F. Take away 2F is negative 3F. Minus 12. Okay, and again, if you notice, they're the same on both sides. So I think you can think ahead of what the answer is going to be. We're going to add 3F to both sides. Cancel. Negative 12 is equal to negative 12, which again is all real numbers. Any number in the whole wide world will make that solution true. Example 3. A word problem. We have 3 consecutive integers. Right when you see that, I've always taught you to write down your first, second, and third. Our first is going to be n. The next consecutive is n plus 1, and the third consecutive is n plus 2. I'm going to use this to help me out answer the questions. Okay, my next part is twice the least. Well, the least is going to be the first. So twice n. The word is in math is going to be equals. Now, do you remember about the word than? The word than means write the next thing down first. So after the word than is the greatest integer. The greatest integer is going to be the third one, n plus 2. So it says 12 more than the greatest. The greatest is n plus 2, and we need 12 more than that. Now go ahead and begin solving. Combining like terms, the 2 and the 12 can be added together. 14. Move your letters to the left, and n is equal to 14. Well, that n equal to 14 means that the first consecutive number is going to be 14. The second consecutive number would be 15, and the third consecutive number is 16. Good job. Next problemo. Oh goodness, having trouble finding it. There it goes. All right, we have more fractions. I taught you a way to clear fraction, and what we're going to do is multiply by the common denominator. Multiply everything by 5. So that's going to be 5 times negative 2/5 p. Okay, then we multiply 5 by the 2, and then the 5 by the 1/5 p, and the 5 times 11. Don't forget the 5 times 11. It's easy to forget that. Whoops, that's an 11. Okay, now 5 goes into 5 one time, leaving negative 2p. 5 times 2 is 10. 5's cancel, and we're left with 1p. And then, oh goodness, 5 times 11 is 55. Letters to the left, so I'm going to subtract 1p from each side. That gives us negative 3p plus 10 is equal to 55. Subtract your number to the right. Negative 3p is equal to 45. And dividing by 3, you would get negative 50. Okay, next problem. There we go. This also has distributing. So I'm going to distribute a half of 8 is 4. Half of 6 is minus 3h. Since the parentheses stop, we're not going to go on to the h. At this point, I could move the h to the left, but I think it would be easier to move the 3h to the right. Then I'm left with 4 is equal to 4h. Dividing by 4, final answer is going to be h is 1. All right, next problem. We have another word problem. We have a cheetah that we're going to look at, and we have a gazelle that we're going to look at. It tells us that the cheetah and the gazelle are running at their top speeds. The cheetah, let's look at the cheetah real quick. For a cheetah, it's going to be 65x. That's his distance. And it asks us to find a gazelle. The gazelle is going to be going 47x. But then it says that the cheetah is 1 mile behind the gazelle. So I'm going to subtract 1 from the cheetah. Now it wants to know when we're going to catch up. Well, catch up is kind of like the word same. So we're going to make them equal to each other. So 65x minus 1 is my cheetah, and 47x is the gazelle. Moving my letters to the left might be easier right now, so I'm going to subtract 47x. That leaves us with 18x minus 1 equals 0. I'm going to move the 1 to the other side. So 18x is equal to 1. Dividing by 18, the final answer is x is 1/18 of an hour. I figured that out, and just so you know, that's about 3.5 minutes. All right, that's all for tonight. Enjoy your evening.